have several developing storylines that we're following this morning, all around immigration arrest and detainment here in our area. So we brought in our legal analyst, Irv Miller, to just talk through some of this. You're always the person we can touch base on here. Let's start in Broadview. The judge heading to that facility herself to see the conditions. Is that something that we see often, a judge leaving the bench for this?
Very rarely, but it does happen. You know, if there's a specific reason that the judge in person has to check things out, and this judge wants to see things herself, and I don't blame her. She's going to check out the whole place and see if there's any violations of the original order.
So what could come from this visit today?
You know, the bottom line is if there's still a lot of problems there, a judge has the authority to shut it down completely for not being in compliance with the order from last week. They've had a week now to straighten this out. So I suspect you'll hear as soon as this thing ends whether or not there's going to be a violation filed after the visit.
Oh, so we expect something pretty quickly after this?
Well, I think you're going to find out, because if there are violations, you can't have people keep going there if there's really bad violations.
What about, there's been a lot of coverage of the daycare worker who was arrested inside that daycare on the north side. I know that she is now scheduled to have a bond hearing.
Correct.
The judge saying she has to have one. So what do you think that's the right call? And also, does her deportation case have any merit?
Well, the deportation case will still go on, okay, because she is here illegally. But the issue is a judge yesterday granted her habeas corpus request that she's entitled to due process, and her rights were violated. So the judge said, hey, she's entitled to a bond hearing. She's out of state right now, but the judge ordered that that bond hearing has to take place sometime before Tuesday of next week.
And the big allegation is that she smuggled her children here to the United States, but she did have an asylum application and a work permit. So it is a little muddy.
Muddy is the perfect word for it, actually. And it's going to take a judge to sit and decide which way it goes, where are the equities in the case. And I suspect that this will all happen when she's out on bond, though.
Do you think she'll be released after that bond hearing on Thursday?
She will be.
She will be, okay. And there's another status hearing today. This is in Judge Sarah Ellis's courtroom. I know you've been following this closely as well. This is all regarding Gregory Bavino and the allegations that they were using unnecessary force during these immigration arrests. What do you expect to happen in court today?
Well, it'll be interesting because yesterday the status report was filed on the case, and the plaintiffs are saying, hey, there's been violations. So these will be presented to the judge today at 3 o'clock, and the judge will decide if there are violations and what the remedy of those violations will be. And some of those violations could be serious.
And if these violations were committed, the judge rules, after the initial ruling to stop using this type of use of force, what could happen?
The bottom line, if the violations are serious, that people shouldn't be in Broadview, she could close the place down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so much that we're watching today. I'm sure, Irv, that we'll be touching base with you as we see more of this roll out. Thank you for joining us this morning. It's so helpful, really.
It really is.
Yeah, thank you.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, good morning to you.
Good
Irv.
morning.
Have a great rest of
Thanks,
your day.
Irv.
Thank you.